Happy holidays, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster Hunter Rise for a little bit of our holiday special as we've been doing some happy holiday hunting. So, yesterday we did a little trip back to Iceborne just to go through the Hoarfrost Reach, hunt a few frost monsters that kind of felt fitting for the season. Now we're going to go into Monster Hunter Rise to do just that as well. The loadout, well, you can see the layered armor. I kind of feel like it's fitting for the holiday season. But as for what equipment I'm going to use, it's going to be... I hate the look of the Bowgun, but I do love, like, the variety of ammo types I can use, because the Ibushi's like Bowgun. I'm actually really thinking of getting Rise on PC, just because hopefully mods can replace this with a better model, in my opinion. I'm going to be using the Ibushi Light Bowgun, which gives you Pierce level 2 rapid fire, Spread ammo 2 rapid fire, and Shrapnel 2 rapid fire as well, so it has a lot of capabilities in it. Kaiser Crown, the bike, you can see all that there, and the talisman is... I got kind of lucky with some of them. And then as for skill info, let me see, where do... Status, that's it. Yeah, so I won't leave this up for too long, just so that way you guys can see what I'm using for this one. I'm not really making this like a super meta build or anything like that. This is basically just to hop in, have some fun with this, and see what we can really do and enjoy. So I'll just eat, and then we'll look at where we're going to head off first. Okay, yeah, I'll just go for the usual. And because it's been so long since we last played Rise, we'll let the song play out properly, or fully. There we go. Now, I still actually have all of the high-ranked videos of Rise, just unedited and rendered, and, like, they're kind of like a lost tape series in a way right now. Because they take so long to actually upload and go through, I don't know when they'd actually go up. And because Rise didn't really do all that great on the channel when it first aired, I've been holding on to them, but I've still been debating whether I will, like, actually do anything with them or not. I think to start, I was looking for the Frost Islands. I don't think there's really anything here for that, so let me actually look into just regular high-rank quests. Oh, I mean, there's the first one. Maybe we'll go after Gos Harag. We're going to go after the Grinch to start. Yeah, so everything's good. We'll head out on here. And after I played Iceborne, it really makes me wonder how different is this going to feel, because back in Iceborne, I was really rough trying to use, like, the wire bugs to get out of, like, after I'd been knocked down or that. So now that I went from one to the other to back now, I don't know how well I'm going to do. So hopefully this single hunt will be a good little refresher in a way. But, let's snag all this, and then we'll head out. Again, there are things that World did a lot better. World and Rise both have, like, a mix on what they've done better or worse compared to each other. Like, one thing I do miss is actually having these scout flies, because it felt like a good tracking excuse to be able to say you know where they all are, whereas here, they're just, like, on the map generally. But I do like how Rise helped really, like, flesh out everywhere you could go on the map, too. Like, with the wire bugs, nowhere feels off limits, and you can truly go up, down, all around. It really just expanded so much of, like, the exploration aspect of each of the maps in in Rise. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Alright, gotta get a little familiar with buttons all over again. Not that too much has changed between them. But I do want to get the Spear Birds. Yeah, get that, so that way if I do have something, is to get us properly stocked up. I think my problem is Rise feels like it took away from the living world more than, like, how, well, World and Iceborne did. Like, you don't really have the monsters just, like, kind of just live their own lives anymore. It does feel like they just kind of go around areas. Ooh, that was a creepy sort of sound. We're not going for Mizusune, we're going for the Grinch. Gos, there he is. Yeah, okay, so let's... And then I've got, I can't remember if it's all 3 levels of Evade Extender or not. And I found for my switch skills, because I liked Bowgun a lot in Rise, my advice would probably be to take the little leap that you can get for, like, the wire bug. Just because I found that to be so much more helpful avoiding attacks than the other option is. Like, as you can see, it's just so nice and easy to be able to hop up and get the verticality over certain attacks. It's like, it's one of the reasons why I really wish Agnactor had come in Rise, because that feels like a monster where it would fit so well for, like, in the fight. You finally get a way to, like, deal with the horizontal sweeps much better. Okay, so he's all angry at us. Let's go into... Oh! Want to have them bashing each other a bit. Now, this isn't actually the one we want, but always take the chance for the shinies. And this lets us do a little bit of wyvern riding, too. God, poor Mizitsune. And then launch, and that bashes that in there. And that lets us take Mizitsune for a spin. See, this is a little bit where I feel like Monster Hunter could dial it back a bit when it comes to, like, just how much you can do against monsters. Like, even mounting them back and forth gen, I still feel like you shouldn't exactly be capable of doing that. There we go. And we can just let the bashing keep going. And get the finisher off. There we go. And then just like in World and Iceborne, we can actually do... Oh, there was a part break. I think that was the head. Oh, and there's another part break. Actually, I want to see if I can knock him out. Like, when you're solo hunting the monsters... Nope. Okay, he's on the run. So let's actually get all of our presents that we knocked off the 2 of them. And yeah, like going back to World and Iceborne after like having the mobility for the wire bugs is a little jarring, to be honest. It feels like you get so much slower and slimmed down for what you're capable of. But again, when it comes to like the mounting and like controlling the monsters a bit, it's definitely style points. But I don't know, I kind of prefer the classic style of Monster Hunter where it's like more so not too many gimmicks, just you up against them. I just kind of felt a little bit more fair in a way.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, I do gotta admit, sometimes like the ability to recover after certain attacks in that using the wire bugs is very nice. Ooh, no, you don't. Oh, careful of that. Yeah, the Grinch hits pretty hard. The more I've gotten to, like, play Rise and gotten more familiar with Gos Harag, he's definitely a very easy to monster to, like, Bowgun and, well, use any of the ranged weapons with, really. When he first got introduced, though, he kind of had... It's something I sort... Oh, and again, this is where I really like the, Again, that's just so nice to be able to dodge. And smash it down for me. Thank you. Let's give the Grinch a present. There we go. And we'll actually switch to the other ammo type that's a little bit more familiar from probably 4 Ultimate, which is shrapnel. Because this behaves just like how pellet used to in the games before. I think actually Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate still had pellet like behaving like this. Nice blast there. And we'll switch back up to spread because we're in close. Be mindful of him. Oh. Oh. Thank you. I think that was Runa who fired that out. And just like that, it's ruined. Great, thanks. And maybe we'll go to shrapnel and just get some nice distance damage in. Okay, he's off again. I don't see any shiny. Oh, yeah, there's shiny. So we'll go snag that. Yeah, Rise was pretty generous with how often shinies drop out, and you can just, like, bash parts off, no problem, from the monsters. Ooh, actually, Thundacrus! We're going to get to use Pain Train ourselves! Or maybe we will. It looks like Thundacrus is giving it pretty good to Gos, actually. Yeah, we'll actually give Gos a break, so that way I can take a spin on him. Ow. Thundacrus don't take that from anybody. There we go. Get another one in. Okay. Yeah, we can roar too, but I think we're louder. Ow. Let's see if we can get the spin off. Yeah, there we go. Oh, can we get a second? Yes, we can. And let's get a roar. And the Punisher. There we go. Yeah, Gos really shouldn't have too much more health left with everything we've done now. And let's switch to... Oh, I forgot that we get the extra roar off from Thundacrus there. You know what? I feel like I want to give him a little bit of a knockout, too. And again, I like having the little hop thing. Like, even if the wire bugs don't come back, I kind of want them to figure out a way to bring just, like, a little leap in. So that way it does feel like you can get out of certain attacks that really cover... There we go. The area that much. Oh, actually, do I have... You know, let's tranquilize the poor guy if we can. Oh, okay. Never mind. Probably should have laid off him if I was going to do that. It's just that Runa managed to get that down in, like, no time. Ooh, that was actually kind of a neat leap right over the ice blade. Yeah, Shrapnel's not really a shot I'd recommend in multiplayer as a light bowgunner. Oh, careful. Because you're probably going to get a lot of flinches onto, like, teammates and that using it. But solo hunting, that can be pretty helpful. And let's go for spread now. Oh, careful. There we go. Gos Harag taken care of. Actually, I might even, because we are only around the 15-minute mark, maybe I'll do another event quest that I haven't yet, which is the Nothing to Sneeze At that gives you the pose set. I would have liked to tackle some of the Christmas stuff, or, well, more holiday stuff that's supposed to be coming, but I think it actually comes out, like, the end of the year. Like, December 30th and 31st is when the Orion layered set's coming out. But again, I figure let's get some holiday hunting in. A little bit of fun to show off both Rise, World, Iceborne, and look forward to Sunbreak next year. I am debating whether I am going to double dip for Rise on PC. The big thing is, I do want to see a better model for Ibushi's light bowgun. I think he's actually my favorite Elder Dragon, because Ibushi's fight's pretty good, the music's nice, like, a lot of the weapons are actually really nice. It's just the light bowgun feels like a bit of a letdown from, like, it just looks like a big bag you're carrying. I mean, it's Santa's bag of presents, basically, this hunt.
Buddy?
Yeah, there's Ashley, and we going to see Runa or just us? Just us two. And this is probably also one of the best iterations of the Palicos and like hunting companions. I've always found the Palamutes and Palicos and Rise very, very helpful and very aware of what's going on with you, and they try to get you out as soon as possible of like stuns, sleeps, etc. But that went so well, I'm going to take us on a little bit more. Consider this another part of the little Christmas present for you guys if you do like my content and you like Monster Hunter. Let me just stock myself up with everything here, and we should be all set to go. Now, I'm going to skip the Dango song this time, just because, again, we do want to save a bit of time. There we go. And let's head off on this event quest. But Lagomi's armor is, like, the perfect thing for a holiday seasonal thing, if we don't have, like, the Orion layered armor yet. Okay, so we want to do... Before I do that, actually, let me go into here and let's just turn those on as something to do. Okay, and now event quests. Now let's do nothing to sneeze at. This should be a nice one to just quickly get done. We get these done, and I think we get the hot and cold pose set. I'll just give it a moment, and then we'll hop in and get some more monster hunting done. I'm thinking next episode I'm going to go for an elemental like bowgun set. Maybe go with like fire element and go for like... What if I can find something like a multiple monster hunt in the Frost Islands? There's gotta be a quest for it. Okay. And who do we want to start with? I guess we'll start with this one. Now, Bishaten can be a little bit of a troublesome monster just because of, like, its attacks can be hard to read when it starts going into the, breakdancing stuff. Oh, I actually don't know if he got paralyzed from something Runa did, or they paralyzed each other. I think they're actually paralyzing each other for me. Yeah, these guys are actually their own worst enemies. Ah, shoot. Oh, yeah, there's the breakdancing. That's one of the attacks that can be hard to get a read on and dodge. Oh, and careful of that, because that's the flash. You know, this actually might be the best spot to use Shrapnel 2, because it can cover both monsters pretty well. Ow. Oh, and I got hit by the paralysis. Like, that's what I'm talking about when I say they're the best companions that I think we've had in Monster Hunter so far. They are right on top of each other, or, well, right on top of whatever is going on. And I did get hit by the poison there, but I don't think we'll be too badly off. Ooh! Well, thank you for all the presents, Bishaten. We'll put these to good use. Speaking of, let's grab... Yeah, so there's one already poisoned, so we're going to work at both of them slowly but surely. Okay, which one am I trying to get a bead on? And, you know, let's even do a little bit of aerial attacks. Because that's one of the nice things of, like, again, I feel there is some style about the other switch skill lets you, like, do the radius spin, or not spin, kind of like the drift. Like, you drift around a central point. But the thing is, it doesn't really help you with a lot of attacks that... Like dodging certain attacks like the leap does. And then the leap also gives you the ability to plant the Wyvern Blasts. Which, even if they don't help you as much, on a multiplayer hunt, you're basically giving all of the people you're hunting with an extra way of dealing better damage. Time for a ride. Let's get these two properly smacked into each other a bit. And yeah, Bishaten's a little slower when it comes to like his abilities. And we'll do the Punisher on this one, and then if we can ride the other one, we can deal the damage right back. But Wyvern riding, it's so potent, it's almost a little too potent in a way. Oh, careful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, look at all the shinies that come down when you basically just... let me see if I can get another one of them poisoned. I can't imagine they've got too much health left with how we've kind of been beating them up. Oh, and there's the other Wyvern ride. So we should probably see one of them start to... Well, they're not really going to limp because this is a arena, but we will get the indicator of, like, them getting pretty close to finished off. And we can really punish the poor little one. Okay, now we're good to go. And lay into both of them while we have the opening. Yeah. Okay, so actually, it's the big one that's limping right... okay, there they both go. And let's put that on you. Oh. Ow. Okay, it looks like maybe Bishaten can't, like, daze each other. They can get them in the paralysis and the poison in that, but... Okay, I should see the first of them going down in just a moment here. Oh, yeah, there we go. And this guy, let's see if I can get up close for... Oh, wire bugged right into a paralysis cloud. Yeah, see, look at that. I love how quick they are to try to come and help you out. It's so much better than, like, how... Well, even for Ultimate, where you can have them, like, standing right beside you. They'll stand right beside you, watching you in trouble, but won't actually do anything to help you. There we go. Yeah, so that was a pretty nice little couple of hunts for you guys for... what would this be? Christmas Day. We'll have one more for tomorrow just to really have the whole festive thing kind of as, like, extra for the holiday weekend. And then we'll be back to our regular stuff come... Well, I mean, not really like there's a big change for next week, but I'll still keep the hat on and wishing you happy holidays, probably right up towards maybe the Thursday. I think that's... Is that Chris... Or is that New Year's Eve, or is that... I'm not even sure. I'll have to take a look and see, but I'll at least keep this going for a little bit longer, and hopefully keep, like, the festive spirits up there for you guys. Let's also get this one before we run out of time. But yeah, I almost feel like it's a bit unfair to the monsters now, and it makes me wonder what Master Rank or G Rank will be like for Rise once it comes out in Sunbreak. I'm guessing we're going to get a bit of a wake-up call for, like, how punishing the monsters will be if they can hit you now. Well, there we go. We had one with Ashley and one with Runa for our finished screen. Oh, actually got a couple of beast gems from that, so that's pretty good. And yeah, there's Hot and Cold pose set, and I think we are good to end this episode of Monster Hunter Rise right here. We'll just let it load up, go through, and then we'll be all set. You know, actually, this... Oh, well, I ruined the moment. It's usually pretty hard to get these guys to stand where you want them for things. So let me see about the hot and cold. Cold, hot. Okay, so it looks like there's... not that much to it, really. But yeah, we'll end things off here. Nameplate's a little in the way, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Rise. If you did like the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, take care, stay alive, and happy holidays.